The internet is losing it over Austin McBroom's latest meltdown. He's crying on camera, dropping cryptic lines, and somehow making it all feel like Catherine's to blame. Fans are split. Some say he's heartbroken, others think he's weaponizing sympathy. But one thing's clear. This whole poor me act is starting to look like his biggest performance yet. For years, Austin and Catherine McBroom were YouTube royalty. The mansion, the perfect family moments, the smiling kids, everything looked like a dream. They built an empire off love, laughter, and luxury. And for a while, people believed in it. He thought the internet would feel sorry for him. Instead, they saw through it instantly because the truth was painfully clear. Austin wasn't mourning Catherine. He was mourning the spotlight she took with her. But behind that picture-perfect image, the cracks were already showing. Whispers of arguments, long filming hours, money issues, and cheating rumors were spreading quietly, long before the breakup ever went public. Every video looked flawless, but fans started to notice something was off. The smiles looked forced, the chemistry felt staged, and what once felt like a family started to feel like a brand. Still, nobody expected what came next. When Catherine finally announced the separation, the internet froze. It wasn't just a breakup, it was the end of an era. People were shocked, heartbroken, but not surprised, because by then, everyone could see the truth. The perfect family was built on pretending, and while Catherine went silent, Austin couldn't. He turned his heartbreak into content, and what he did next would make the internet question everything they thought they knew about him. After the separation, Austin didn't disappear quietly. He rebranded himself as the heartbroken ex, the man who lost everything and was just trying to find peace. But the way he did it, it was pure performance. He started posting clips from an RV, a tiny, dimly lit space parked right outside Catherine's house. He made it look like he was living there, lonely and broken, sleeping steps away from the family he destroyed. He filmed emotional monologues about regret, about missing his kids, about wanting his family back. And for a short moment, fans almost believed him. But then Catherine stepped in. She posted Snapchats mocking the whole thing, exposing how fake it really was. The RV wasn't his home. It was a prop. He bought it just for content, just to sell the image of a man in pain. That's when everything flipped. The sympathy turned to laughter. People stopped seeing him as a dad who was hurting and started seeing him as a man addicted to attention. His tears, his captions, even his sad songs suddenly felt rehearsed. And while Austin was filming fake heartbreak for views, Catherine was quietly doing the opposite, rebuilding her life off camera. Because while he was pretending to heal, she actually was. But Austin's performance wasn't over. He was about to turn his pain into a full-blown storyline, one that made people realize just how far he'd go to stay relevant. While Austin was filming his heartbreak, Catherine was building her peace. No drama, no clickbait, just quiet distance from everything that broke her. For the first time in years, she looked genuinely free. She stopped feeding the internet. Her posts became softer, calmer, small glimpses of real happiness instead of polished perfection. And that's when people started to notice someone new in her life, Igor. He wasn't flashy or loud. He wasn't chasing attention. He was the complete opposite of everything Austin had become. Fans could see the difference instantly. Catherine smiled differently with him. It wasn't for the camera, it was real. Then came the moment that proved she'd finally closed that chapter, her wedding. The same woman who once said she never got to walk down the aisle, never got the vows she dreamed of, finally got it all. The dress, the peace, the fairy tale. And this time, it wasn't for content, it was for her. When the photos went viral, the internet exploded with support. Thousands of comments flooded in. She deserves this. Finally free. The real happy ending. After years of chaos, people finally saw Catherine the way she saw herself, not as Austin's ex, but as someone who survived him. But while the world was celebrating her new beginning, Austin was getting ready to turn her happiness into his next storyline. The deeper you watched, the weirder it felt. You could sense that he wasn't really crying for Catherine, he was crying for himself, for the control he lost, for the audience that stopped believing him. And by the end, it didn't feel like a breakdown at all. It felt like a campaign. Then came the line that changed everything. He looked straight into the camera, voice low, and said, "This is my crash out era." And instantly, the tone flipped. Because the word era doesn't sound like pain. It sounds like branding. It sounds like merch, like marketing, like a slogan. People paused the video and replayed that part over and over. Did he just name his breakdown? Did he just turn trauma into a tagline? And within hours, it spread everywhere. Clips of Austin crying were on TikTok. Stitched, duetted, captioned with disbelief. Not him making a season out of his downfall. Bro turned therapy into a trailer. And just like that, What was supposed to make him look broken made him look fake all over again. And while Catherine was off living her new life, he was still stuck trying to convince the world, and maybe himself, that he was the victim of his own story.
Meditation.
Get out, man. We need to talk.
So, why y'all here?
I mean, I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? I'm your brother. Ex-wife, remarried. Girlfriend, fairy dust, gone. I see that you've been making efforts to better yourself. Working on, your physical, going to the gym, eating right, meditation. Outside, I can see improvement. Inside, chopped, cooked.
I'm chilling. Bro, I've been with you for the past month, every single day. And I hate to break it to you, dog, but you're sad. I see it. When are you gonna see it?
Bro, it's time for you to face it head on, for real this time. You need therapy, bro.
What's up? How are you?
I'm glad you're here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, this was important to do this today, and I feel like we should just pick up where we left off for your Zoom session that we had.
Okay. I'm just not sure what the big emergency was, but I am here. So, what's going on?
Well, a lot's been going on in your life currently, and I just, want to ask you, Austin, can you put your phone away?
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying there's a lot going on in your life right now. How are you feeling? Are you mad, sad, angry? What's going on?
Mad, sad, angry? No, I'm happy. Honestly, probably the happiest I've ever been.
Okay. This is a safe space. It's a place where you actually need to get in tune with your feelings. With me, here, today. Listen, it's okay. If you want to scream, if you want to yell, top of your lungs, if you want to pound the desk, it's okay, but you need to release your feelings, your emotions. It's very vital and very important. Okay. This is fine. Okay. But it's important to bring your breathing down because hyperventilating is not what you want to do. No, instead, Austin, listen to me. Look at me. Cry, scream. This is good. Yes. Oh, it's not okay. This is not okay. No, not me.
Wait, you. Yeah, you. I'm never coming back here again. I'm better off alone.
That's a real crash out.
The internet didn't waste a second. Within minutes of Austin's crash-out era video going live, Twitter was on fire, TikTok was flooded, and everyone had the same reaction. What did we just watch? Comment sections turned into group therapy sessions mixed with roast battles. Where was this crying when he was cheating? Bro filmed sadness in 4K HDR. This ain't healing, this is PR. Every few minutes, a new clip popped up. People lip-syncing his crying scene, remixing it with dramatic music, or stitching it with Catherine's wedding photos. It wasn't sympathy, it was satire. The more serious Austin tried to be, the funnier the internet made him look, and that's what hit hardest. Nobody believed him anymore. The same audience that once defended him now called out every inconsistency. One comment summed it up perfectly. He's not heartbroken, he's just mad she moved on without needing a camera. Meanwhile, reaction channels tore the video apart frame by frame. They pointed out how the lighting shifted mid-scene, how the captions lined up with the beat, how nothing about it felt spontaneous. It wasn't a breakdown, it was choreography. While Austin was posting tears, she was posting sunlight, moments of peace, of love, of moving forward. And side by side on social media, the contrast was brutal. She was glowing, he was imploding. By the end of that week, the hashtag #CrashOut era wasn't trending for heartbreak. It was trending for irony, because Austin didn't just crash out emotionally, he crashed out publicly. And this time, there was no comeback video that could fix it. While Austin was crying for the camera, Catherine was healing in silence. No long captions, no public breakdowns, no desperate need to explain herself. She just disappeared for a while, and when she came back, everything about her felt different. Her energy wasn't loud anymore, it was grounded. The kind of calm that only comes when you've already survived the storm. And the irony, that calm shook the internet more than any of Austin's dramatic videos ever did. At first, people didn't even realize what was happening. Catherine wasn't talking about the past or clapping back at anyone. She was posting small glimpses of life. Sunlight through curtains, coffee mugs on wooden tables, morning walks, little moments that looked normal. But to her followers, that was the biggest statement of all. Because this was the same woman who once had to stage every smile. Now, every photo looked effortless. Every smile looked real. And then the world saw it. The wedding, the one she never got with Austin, the one she talked about in her book, saying she used to dream of walking down the aisle but never got the chance. Now she was walking, but not for content, not for clout, not for anyone's approval. This time, it was hers, her moment, her piece. The photos spread fast. A simple ceremony, natural light, her hair loose, that soft look in her eyes. No massive production, no forced perfection. It looked like love, the kind she'd been pretending to have for years. And when the pictures hit the internet, people didn't just see Catherine getting married, they saw her healing in real time. Thousands of comments filled her page. She looks lighter. That's not makeup. That's peace. You can tell she finally let go. And she didn't even respond to the noise. Not once. No shade, no subtext, no backhanded quotes. Just a woman minding her peace, while the man who once claimed to love her was out there breaking down for views. Even when she posted about being sick one weekend, it wasn't dramatized. She shared something simple, that Igor had been making her teas and soups while she rested. Just that. And that one post melted people. It wasn't the grand gestures. It was the quiet ones. It was a softness nobody had ever seen from her before because she'd never had the space to show it. Someone commented, "You remind me of a real-life princess." And she replied, "He really is my prince?" Simple, honest, unscripted, and maybe that's what made it hit harder. Because while Catherine is glowing quietly in peace, Austin is still chasing the noise. And deep down, everyone can feel it. Her calm hurts him more than any words ever could. You'd think after everything, the separation, the RV phase, the crying videos, the therapy clips, Austin would finally stop. But if there's one thing history has proven, it's that Austin doesn't know how to sit still in silence. The thing is, people weren't falling for it anymore. Every time he posted something motivational, the comments section turned into a timeline of reminders. Didn't you say that last time? Here comes another era. We've seen this movie before, and that's the truth. We have. Austin's pattern hasn't changed since the beginning. He crashes, he plays victim, he seeks sympathy, he gets attention, and then he does it all over again. It's not growth, it's strategy. Even when he started dating Alexa, people hoped maybe, just maybe, he'd calm down. For a brief second, it looked like he did. He was posting normal stuff, nothing dramatic, nothing clickbaity, just regular life. And fans thought, okay, maybe this is a different side of him. But it didn't last, because peace doesn't keep Austin trending. Drama does. And just like that, he found a way to start a new one. This time, it wasn't about Catherine directly. It was about perception. He started playing into the same narrative again, misunderstood, emotional, misjudged by the world. And people saw right through it. What's crazy is, he doesn't realize that the sympathy act stopped working a long time ago. When Catherine was by his side, it protected him. It's the same loop over and over. He plays the role of the broken man. The internet watches, and the story repeats, just a little less believable every time. At this point, it's not even about Austin and Catherine anymore. It's about what their story represents. Because somewhere between the love, the fame, and the downfall, it stopped being a relationship and turned into a performance. Austin's breakdown didn't just expose his emotions, it exposed a truth that a lot of influencers don't want to admit. Online pain can be profitable. And when heartbreak goes viral, it's easy to forget what's real and what's content. Catherine's piece isn't trending because it's loud. It's trending because it's real. It's not wrapped in filters or staged moments. It's calm, unpolished, human. And that's what makes people connect with her. This is what makes the whole thing so haunting. The Ace family once stood for love, unity, and positivity. Now it stands as a warning of what happens when the camera never turns off. Catherine found her peace the moment she stopped performing. Austin lost his the moment he turned pain into a product. And that's the difference between healing and hustling. It's ironic, really, because in trying to prove that Catherine broke him, he only proved that she's the one who finally broke free. So maybe this isn't about fault anymore. Maybe it's about the truth everyone can see, but he can't accept. Catherine didn't ruin his peace. She just stopped letting him ruin hers. And that's what really hurts him the most.